My little sister looked at the judge and said, "Can you please repeat the word?" The entire auditorium laughed. I didn't. Ellis was 7 years old, and she had a speech impediment. She couldn't pronounce certain sounds correctly, so some words came out sounding completely different. Kids had teased her about it since preschool. But here's the thing about Ellis. She was incredibly smart. While other kids watched cartoons, she read the dictionary. She knew words I couldn't even pronounce, let alone spell. So when she told me she wanted to compete in the spelling bee, I was nervous. Not because I thought she'd lose. I was worried about what people would do when they heard her speak. She won her school competition, then districts, and now we were at regionals. 400 people were watching. Only 8 kids remained. Ellis sailed through the early rounds, confidently spelling words I'd never even heard of. Then round 5 happened. She walked up to the microphone. "Can you please repeat the word?" The judge sighed. "The word is reply. R-E-P-L-I. Reply." She said it slowly, almost as if Ellis couldn't understand her. A few people laughed. Ellis's face turned red, but she spelled it correctly and walked back to her seat. Then came round 6. Ellis asked for her word to be repeated. 3 boys sitting in the front row started mocking her. One even copied the way she spoke. People laughed. The judge said nothing. Ellis was clearly embarrassed, but she still spelled her word correctly. Round after round, the same thing happened. Every time Ellis asked for a word to be repeated, the judge rolled her eyes. The boys mocked her, and the audience laughed. By the final round, only Ellis and one other girl remained. Ellis walked up to the microphone. The judge gave her the word, literature. Ellis took a deep breath. "Can you please repeat the word?" The entire auditorium exploded with laughter. 400 people were laughing at a 7-year-old girl simply because she needed to hear the word again. I couldn't take it anymore. I stood up and walked straight toward the stage. The judge told me to return to my seat. I didn't. I looked at her and said, "She has a speech impediment. She's had it her entire life. That doesn't make her stupid." The room went silent. I continued. "Every other kid here has asked you to repeat a word. You didn't treat them like they were 5 years old. You didn't roll your eyes at them. So why are you doing it to her?" Then I turned toward the 3 boys. "You're laughing at a 7-year-old because she talks differently. How do you feel about yourselves right now?" They suddenly had nothing to say. One of them looked down at the floor. Then I walked over to Ellis. She had tears running down her face. I knelt beside her and said, "Look at me. You know this word. You've known it for years. Don't worry about them. Just spell it." She wiped her eyes, nodded. Then she walked back to the microphone. This time, she didn't ask for the word again. She simply spelled it. Literature. The judge looked at her, then quietly said, "That is correct." Ellis had won. She took her trophy home and placed it proudly on her shelf. That night, Mom asked if she wanted to give a little speech at dinner. Ellis smiled. "Absolutely." Then she stood on her chair, held up her trophy and said, "I talk different, but I think just fine."